Hello. Julio Rodriguez. My bad. Hi. Hi bro. चलो थोड़ा ग्राइंड करते हैं. देखो भाइयों, पहले बता रहा हूँ, मैं प्लेयर हूँ, जज मत करना, ठीक है? उतना जज मत करना. उधर ही वेब स्ट्राइकर. अरे क्या भाई, फ़ोन हीट हो रहा है बहुत. थोड़ा अपडेट आने दो, थोड़ा फिक्स हो जाए उसका, फिर ट्राई करते हैं ना. तो आर्कॉन कोशिश करते, रुक जाओ. क्या नाम है इसका?
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you
आवाज
from
आ
when
रहा
we
है
first
ना?
met up.
हेलो, स्ट्रीम पे.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental
मैंने
skill for
सब
everyone in
धागा
the
वागा
theater company
ढूंढा है.
because we make all our own. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too?
No, I didn't know that.
I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course.
भाई लड़कियों वाले निपीसी के साथ बकचोदी करना पड़ता है ना. ये उधरिंग से बहुत बढ़िया है उसमें. तो उसमें हम स्किप कर सकते हैं एनपीसी के साथ बकचोदी.
It looks like Catherine.
हाँ वही है, गिल्ड वाली लड़की. चल उसके पास चल.
Come to think of it, Hyman's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon. What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Hyman was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssos.
Sure.
Welcome to Adventure.
Complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain...
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about her
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found a lot.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
कौन कहता है?
Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
हाँ, वो लड़की क्या नाम था? डूनजारियाड समथिंग. डूनियारजाड.
No,
वो बोला
not
था शायद.
particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along
Gogeta
well
or
with people
Vegito?
here. You've
Gogeta, of
already been
course.
blessed by the element of
Why
Dendro after all.
Vegito? I prefer Goku over Vegeta. That's why Gogeta.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
लड़की
Oh, hey Dia, what's going on?
Ebony.
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
हाँ यही था 2 years old.
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place
भाई
for her
लड़की
to
क्या
rest.
चीज़ है भाई?
After I
2
take my
मिनट
lady
हटती है,
home,
मतलब 2
let's
मिनट
meet in
चलती
front
है,
of the Citadel of
worn
Red
out.
Czar.
2 मिनट दौड़ती है. I'm tired. Need some rest.
Let's head over to the Citadel of Rizar and wait for Dia.
Man of culture moment है वो नहीं. सही वाला.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only
Bonnie,
sitting in the
Blondie,
port for a
सब है
while
इधर.
because she was in a bad mood.
लॉली भी है.
Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's
भाई
called
पैसा
being a
ले लिया,
professional.
सॉफ्ट स्पॉट नहीं है तो
I'm
क्या
a
होगा?
bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
पैसा.
Look, Dia's blushing.
पैसा हो तो तुम भी करोगे पाइमोन ब्लश.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
आवाज ठीक से आ रहा है ना गाइज? 2 बंदे दिख रहे जो.
Oh, hey, Chief.
मतलब धीरे तो आवाज नहीं आ रहा ना? धीरे है फिर ज़्यादा.
Dia, what are you doing here? And well, didn't expect us.
I take it you all know each other already?
Yes.
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us.
No
Bro,
kidding.
गॉड पे बिलीव नहीं करता.
So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the academia.
मैं होता तो
The
बोलता
Grand Sage recently
बोलूँगा.
ordered Sumeru City to begin
I will
bolstering
help you,
its defenses.
but I need something.
So people from
Come
all
to my
over
room.
have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we...
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the matter,
भाई ये
but
बकचोदी.
also...
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back,
एक मिनट.
meaning the population's also a mixed bag.
दो बंदे कौन कौन देख रहे हैं यार? कुछ तो रिएक्ट करो. मतलब
Apparently
आवाज आ
what
रहा
was
नहीं ठीक से.
lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement.
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead
भाई ये
for
किंग
thousands of
दशरथ
years.
कुछ
Now they start
साउंड नहीं कर
spreading
रहा राम के
rumors
बाप
of his
से.
return.
दशरथ.
Ridiculous.
Not everyone's
वैसे
like
पता है
him,
मेरे को
Chief.
2-3 नाम
Even the
मिले.
desert natives
भाभा,
who abandoned their homes in
कुमारी,
the wilderness still wish to have a god of their
ताहिर,
own.
जो कैसे
Well,
कैसे नाम डाल रही
traveler,
है.
that's about all the
तो इंडियन
information we
नेम
have
भाई.
for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Asfan! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zeru.
भाई ये किधर है? जो इधर जाने में गान फटेगी अब. अबे अंडरग्राउंड चला है. अबे हट. अबे हेवी अंडरग्राउंड. फक. इधर टेलीपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते. इधर से ही जाना पड़ेगा. क्या हुआ? चलो फिर से भागम भाग. एक मिनट. लो करता हूँ. स्टार्ट करता हूँ. Ocelot, Kusanali, Medusa, Mommy.
Race you!
You want Europe? No, I'm Asia server. I will carry you. It would be my pleasure,
Come
but I don't have
and
any
have a
reasons
good
right
look
now.
yourself. Traditional
Give
spices
a
of the
reward, yeah.
highest
I'll send a
quality,
request.
made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Aramite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow!
How should I
hurly
net
burly,
it?
this
Bro,
place
type
is
your
busy.
word if you're in Europe.
Huh?
Bro, no, I am not in
Guess
Europe.
that's only to be
I'm in Asia
expected for
server.
the largest port in Sumeru. Uh-oh. Let's get our bearings so we can... We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But Osvan told us to try posing as Academia
Sorry,
students while asking her. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying, well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
वही करते फिरते हैं. Just what app you use
Welcome.
to stream?
Welcome.
Prism. I use Prism Live Studio to
We'd
stream.
like to ask you a question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port
Paimon,
Ormos?
stop! It's rude to ask.
Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate into the academia, let alone graduate.
Do I need to enroll
But
academia
those who
now?
finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even... you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Eavesdropping is also a bad habit. Paimon.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Aramite mercenaries have been posted along the...
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Aramite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of... Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again?
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Aramites in Port Ormos deal with trading this. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly...
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it...
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? So, what's our plan?
What's your plan? How should I know?
Wait! Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh, alright. Paimon never thought she'd agree to part.
फिर से जाओ 1.5 किलोमीटर भाई नहीं पास में ही है
Keep up.
ये कहाँ गया
Race you!
भाग ना लौड़े
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss...
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of mora this time, so we must...
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out...
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able...
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret. So they're probably...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
मैं ट्रैवलर हूँ क्या चाहूँगा तुमसे
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh? What is this?
Oh! Sorry. She must have grabbed the wrong amount.
भाई 50,000 मोरा
What you're doing? Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more go.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm?
50 मोरा दे रही
What are
थी
you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I... As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization. And our ancestors were forced to flee to this land, where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our... Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwell... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
ये कौन है? अलहदम. अलहदम कौन है?
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people in. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it, Al-Haytham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the Academia because it just...
क्या कर लेगा भोसड़ी के?
If you're suggesting
वो
we
अलहदम है.
escalate this from a verbal exchange to a
नहीं पता
physical
अलहदम
one,
कौन है.
I
लेकिन
accept. After all, even the
चेहरे से
Archons
तो
used the
badass
word
ही
to
लगता है.
negotiate the... If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere fall. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear also a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Did you consider this? Have I ever failed to follow through on my word?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because...
well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa!
भाई बैठा
Did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Amorites red. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and... He went that way! After him!
Keep up!
Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about, Sir know?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look,
बच्चा हूँ
you
मैं
should know
बच्चा.
that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah. She's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but she could still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go
भाई
asking
भीषण नहीं है लेकिन तेरा कान फट सकता है अभी इधर बैठे बैठे देखेगा तू रुक जा.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper?
इसने तो पहले ही हार मान
If you're,
लिया.
we'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly?
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become... Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
क्या है? What is this, bro?
I can't tell what it is. It looks like...
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any record.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess, or they were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha, and wish to... Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful. Well, I think that about sums it up. So that... With our current arrangement, I don't believe... You're still...
ये गेम बहुत स्लो है.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish... Then you must help me with something.
अब नींद आ रहा है guys. चलो, good night.